NBC's Thursday primetime lineup comes into focus with Vision Express. Fast, fashionable, focused.
KUAM TV8, first on Guam. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adai Itano program. Apply at matson.com and McDonald's of Guam. I'm loving it.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime.
I'm Mitsuki Hirayama with a look at damages across the island after Sinlaku's passage. The focus now on recovery.
Utility restoration gets underway post-Typhoon Sinlaku. I'm Destiny Cruz-Langus with more on what's being done to get the lights back on and water running.
With power still out in key areas, law enforcement officers are stepping into Guam's intersections to keep traffic moving. I'm Nevaeh Anderson with what they want you to know about staying safe on Guam's roads tonight.
Stormwatch updates are brought to you by Burger King, reminding island residents to keep informed and stay safe. IT&E, connections that matter. KFC, it's finger licking good. And SPPC 76 Circle K, take it easy.
It is the evening after Typhoon Sinlaku when we welcome you to the show, everybody. Hafaday and good evening. I'm Jason Salas. We are KUAM, and these are tonight's top stories. Well, the aforementioned Super Typhoon Sinlaku, the weather formation that meteorologists were calling the strongest tropical cyclone on Earth this year, slowly bulldozed its way through the Marianas region this week, and now the focus is on recovery, and it's going to take a whole community effort. We start our broadcast with Mitsuki Hirayama, who brings you a look from the heart of our island.
Here at East Hagåtña, the roads are still closed off Thursday morning as crews continue to clear up debris left behind by Sinlaku. The strong winds of the Category 5 super typhoon bringing the ocean water all the way here, flooding Route 1 from Alupang to Anigua.
Guam police are seen turning cars away on Route 1, with some 2.3 miles from Alupang Beach Club to House of Chinfei shut down Thursday. This as rocks, fallen trees, and other debris littered the highway. During the storm, it was underwater as waves reached the road. It's a similar sight further down in Paseo. Bleachers and fences are in ruins at the baseball stadium. Countless rocks and uprooted trees cover Paseo Park, and the iconic Hagåtña Guam sign is scattered. Meteorologists with the National Weather Service were seen conducting a post-storm survey, measuring wind damage and water levels to get a clear idea of the true impacts.
Right now, we are looking for high water marks where the water has hit against obstacles and left a trail of debris. And that'll give us an idea of how high the water was standing when it came onto shore.
Meteorologist Joshua Shang says compared to Typhoon Mawar, Guam is seeing a lot more debris with slow-moving Sinlaku.
We were under these west winds for so long, and even though the winds were weaker, it just gave time for the surf and swell to build over the period of time. And so that just gave the waves much more time to build up higher and higher and be pushed more and more inward.
KUAM also caught up with these Parks and Rec maintenance staff already on the job during Court 1.
We just started and wow. A lot of trees went down, so we'll be cutting down a lot of trees. We're going to be picking up a lot of rocks. Paseo got rocked. We got rocked, yeah.
Lauren Agustin says Paseo is just the starting point.
Nimitz Cemetery, we got Wistic, we have Ipan, Wipeout Pao, Simon Sanchez, Fort Pugan, Skate Park, Nimitz, yeah. We have 72 parks, they said.
It's a long road of recovery ahead, but what keeps Agustin strong is community.
Everyone can help out. Everyone can help out. That's all I gotta say. It's our island, right?
And because everyone was impacted by Typhoon Sinlaku, from power and water outages, flooded neighborhoods to impassable roads, and crews across the island are already hard at work to get things back to normal.
Meantime, here in Hagåtña, while Chief Kapua was cut down during Typhoon Mawar, he's still standing strong after Sinlaku. Like our people, a symbol of strength and resilience during our island's path to recovery. I'm Mitsuki Hirayama, reporting for KUAM News.
Well, Mitsuki also adds that late this afternoon, the Guam Police Department says Marine Corps Drive in East Hagåtña is now back open. Thanks so much, Mitsuki, for that report. Well, as our tightly knit island community begins the road to recovery after Sinlaku, law enforcers are shifting from storm response to public safety on damaged and darkened roadways. Nevaeh Anderson joins us now as she spoke with Police Chief Stephen Ignacio, who says even as conditions are improving, the risks are far from over.
In the hours before and during Typhoon Sinlaku, law enforcement across Guam moved into full response mode. Guam Police Department Chief Stephen Ignacio says officers were deployed island-wide, executing a full-scale typhoon response plan designed to keep communities safe.
Everything from crime suppression, augmenting patrol, and then one of the big things, of course, was security for the typhoon shelters.
And now that the typhoon has passed, their work continues as they shift to tackling the aftermath. From flooded areas to debris-covered roadways, he reminds the community that some major routes remain blocked off. The chief adds that a section of the outermost southbound lane in West Hagåtña is open, but still urges patience as the Department of Public Works continues their work of clearing sand pushed up onto roadways. And with power outages still plaguing parts of the island, you may have noticed officers and trainees from GPD, Customs and Quarantine, and Airport Police at various intersections. They stand posted, directing drivers as traffic lights remain down, along with power in these areas.
We have police officers from the Guam Police Department. We have Guam Customs and Quarantine and the Department of Agriculture's conservation officers. They're working with us and we're providing traffic direction. We noticed that quite a few of the lights already have power, but we're just waiting on DPW to go around to these different traffic lights at the intersections, and they need to be reset because they're flashing right now.
Chief Ignacio adding that in the days to follow as DPW's work continues, officers will remain posted to direct traffic until sundown or until rush hour eases.
We have an operation strictly for traffic direction and traffic control, so we'll be monitoring all the traffic lights and the traffic throughout these major intersections, until usually till it gets dark and it's not safe anymore for us to be in the middle of an intersection directing traffic.
And even as the island moves into Core 4, Chief Ignacio says this is not a return to normal just yet. Guam is now navigating the storm's aftermath, from fallen trees and rocks to damaged infrastructure and delayed utilities, including offline streetlights. With those out, Chief Ignacio urges drivers to be aware of their surroundings and drive safely.
But we're dealing with the aftermath of a storm, and so there's going to be a lot of dark places. We want to remind motorists to be careful. There's still a lot of places, in Guam that don't have power or water yet. And so, we remind people to be extra vigilant and look out. And if you see anything suspicious, if you see something, say something. Please call one of our 4 precincts and we'll send police officers out to check on any activities which you may deem suspicious.
As Guam picks up the pieces, officials are asking everyone to do their part. Stay vigilant, drive safely, and give crews the time they need to restore the island to normalcy. Nevaeh Anderson, KUAM News.
Well, in the aftermath of Sinlaku, many of you may still be in the dark and without water, while others are seeing the restoration of your utility services starting on Thursday. Both the Guam Power and Waterworks authorities say that they're working day and night to bring these essential services back to you. Destiny Cruz Langus has more on how they're doing just that.
Widespread power and water outages are being reported across the island in the aftermath of Typhoon Sinlaku. And as utility agencies are working hard to bring your lights and water back on, here's a look at the progress that's been made so far and what crews are working on next. Assessments of water treatment plants, booster pumps, reservoirs, and wells by the Guam Waterworks Authority are underway Thursday morning, as low to no water pressure is being felt in parts of Barrigada, Dededo, Maiti, Manilao, Sinahaña, Upper Tumon, Jigo, and Jotña. Meantime, 77 wells are online, 76 of which are on standby power generation, with one on the island-wide power system. Wells HCG2, NAS1, and M17B were placed back online Wednesday evening, which may improve and restore pressure to parts of Manilao, Barrigada, and Jigo. Now GWA is working closely with the Guam Power Authority, noting that as more of the island-wide power system is restored, more wells will be placed back online. As for GPA, crews have successfully linked both the southern and northern power systems into a single grid. This means that crews can now focus on completing the island-wide transmission loop, in addition to continuing to restore distribution feeders throughout the island. GPA also reporting crews have restored 15 of 63 distribution circuits and feeders. And as they work night and day,
GPA says its priority is to bring energy back to your homes and businesses. Meantime, the community is reminded that as power is restored, some customers may experience temporary voltage fluctuations. If this happens, shut off your main breaker and report it to GPA. GWA is also urging water conservation as personnel works to restore reservoir levels and system pressure, as non-essential water usage may place stress on pressure within the water distribution system. This as there may be a risk of backups and sewer overflows if wastewater pump and plant operations are affected by the storm. Destiny Cruz Langus, KUAM News.
Now, GWA is also restoring services to critical care areas like dialysis centers who are experiencing outages. Meanwhile, that utility agency has deployed water tankers for residents sheltering at the Astumbo Elementary and GW High School. Additionally, a 6,000-gallon tanker has been deployed to the Jigo Gym, with flex tankers also anticipated to roll out to several sites. Now, if you pay attention to one thing in this newscast, let it be this. A precautionary boil water notice is now in effect for parts of Guam following impacts from Typhoon Sinlaku. GWA says the advisory comes after a sustained loss in pressure in portions of the island's water distribution system, raising the risk of possible, though unconfirmed, bacterial contamination. Officials say customers who did not experience any loss of water service are not affected. However, those who lost water for 48 hours or less are strongly advised to boil your water before using it. For those who experience outages lasting 48 hours or more, boiling water for your home is mandatory. Residents are advised not to drink tap water without boiling it first, and to bring water to a rolling boil for at least 3 minutes before cooling and using it. Boiling water should be used for drinking, brushing teeth, making ice, washing dishes, and preparing food. GWA says contamination may occur when the pressure drops, runoff enters the system, or treatment processes are disrupted. Crews are now collecting water samples across Guam, with results expected within a day or two. The agency says it will notify the public once testing confirms the water is safe and the boil water notice can be lifted. Well, with no power at home, many families were skipping the kitchen and headed out to restaurants and fast food establishments instead. Janice Carrasco hit the streets and talked to many of your neighbors.
Mangilo resident shares the reason behind his outing and what has been the most challenging thing he has experienced during Sinlaku.
Well, I was just trying to grab some food for my coworkers because we work at Harmon Infusion, and the power went out there, so I was just grabbing a quick snack. Challenging, I'd say living without the AC. It's very hard.
Chalanpago resident expresses the difficulty she has had to find somewhere to eat.
It has, because I actually came from GPO and they're closed. Well, no, I'm sorry, the mall. Okay, I'm just going around to see what's open and see family if they have any home-cooked meals. That's always sometimes the best.
Despite Micronesia Mall being closed, people gathered outside waiting for the mall to open so that they can charge their phones and find something to eat. One resident shares she also made a stop to her pharmacy to pick up her medicine.
For the food and power bank, we really need to update the weather in Guam. I just came from the drugstore to get my meds.
Military members from the mainland share how there are not a lot of places that are open to eat and the difficulties they have been going through.
We've been surviving off of like tuna packets and like crackers and stuff, so the food places just opened yesterday. But yeah, there's not a lot of places open. Really just been driving around and enjoying the AC and the wind. It's too hot in the house, so that's really it.
Despite the challenges, families are finding ways to adjust as they wait for power to be restored. Janice Carrasco, KUAM News.
And as Guam begins our recovery following Sinlaku, conditions in the CNMI appear far more severe, with Saipan facing widespread power and communications outages, leaving the island largely cut off.
Social media posts from Saipan describe a devastating scene, with the island losing cell service and electricity, severely limiting communication with the outside world. One account from inside a hospital describes the intensity of the storm, saying the eye wall, quote, bared down for 3 hours full force, battering the facility with heavy rain and debris. Flooding quickly became a threat as drainage systems were overwhelmed, sending water pouring through multiple entrances. With limited resources, staff stepped in. From janitorial crews to medical staff to administrators and even the hospital's CEO, working side by side, forming bucket lines to push water out and protect critical areas. The Post calls it a moment of unity, with staff coming together without hesitation to save what he described as, quote, our little mission in the Pacific. While Guam begins to assess damage and restore services, Saipan now faces a longer road to recovery, with infrastructure impacted, and official updates from CNMI authorities remain limited. But as connections are restored, more details are expected to emerge on the full extent of damage and response efforts. Jonagan Charfres, KUAM News.
Our prayers for Saipan and Tinian, and we'll be back after this.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
NBC's Thursday primetime lineup comes into focus with Vision Express. Fast, fashionable, focused.
KUAM TV8, first on Guam.
Spring is here, and it's blooming with savings at Kmart Guam. Step into the season with fresh styles for the whole family. Tackle your spring to-do list with tools for every project. Get everything you need to be spring ready. Find it all this season at Kmart Guam.
I grew up on Guam. Sports shaped who I am, but representing our island on the national basketball team taught me the importance of community. After 10 years in Hawaii, working at Bank of Hawaii, I came home to give back and to lead. At Bank of Hawaii, we're passionate about helping everyone in our community create a better life for themselves and their families to reach their possible. I'm Mike Sakazaki, and I can't wait to help you reach yours.
Anything's possible.
Reach your possible with Bank of Hawaii.
Hafide Guam, and welcome back to Primetime. Once again, I'm Jason Salas. Thanks for watching. Well, we want to get you up to speed on an incident that happened at one of the island's northern emergency shelters. This is on Wednesday morning, right before 11:30 a.m. GPD units from the Dededo Precinct Command responded to a disturbance at a Stumbo Elementary School. Officers later found that a fight had occurred between a sheltering family and individuals who went to charge their electronic devices at the school. One of those visiting people ended up sustaining a head injury after slipping and falling during the incident and was later treated by a medic. Members of the visiting group were later questioned by officers at the precinct but were uncooperative and ended up leaving. For the time being, the sheltered family apparently also refused to cooperate and was ultimately removed by the school's administrator. Guam Police Department spokesperson Norm Analista says the case has been closed and has been forwarded to the Office of the Attorney General for further evaluation. Well, all Guam Department of Education schools will remain closed on Friday as the governor and GDOE complete campus inspections and cleaning to ensure our schools are safe for students and as well as faculty and administrators. Schools are expected to reopen on Monday the 20th, pending further assessment and official clearance. For military dependents and their families, Department of War Education Activities schools advise parents to check directly with military officials for guidance on school operations. Safety remains the priority as the island continues its recovery efforts. How about the island's Catholic schools? Parochial programs across Guam were closed today, even if condition of readiness for and the all clear were declared, as the Archdiocese of Agana says school administrators must first assess campus conditions, including power, water, and any storm damage, before classes may safely resume. Officials add that time is also needed for cleanup and for teachers to prepare classrooms. A decision on whether classes will resume on Friday or next week will be announced after all campuses are properly and fully evaluated. Well, with the island's trash situation, the Guam Solid Waste Authority has resumed operations following Typhoon Sinlaku with a revised trash collection schedule in place for the week. Residents are advised of the following changes. This is important. Monday routes were collected today on Thursday the 16th. Tuesday routes moved to tomorrow the 17th. Wednesday routes will be collected on Saturday the 18th, with Thursday routes having been canceled this week to resume on April 23rd. That is a Thursday. Recycling collection has been suspended until next Friday, the 24th, and will run a week behind through May. Customers should place trash receptacles curbside before 3 a.m., except Monday routes, which should wait for the Core 4 declaration. Free dumping at residential transfer stations will be available for residential customers from the 16th through the 22nd. Regular fees apply to all other customers. Officials are all urging residents not to place storm debris along roadways or curbs, as they may block drainage and slow recovery efforts. Facilities and customer service centers have reopened with some adjusted hours made today. Normal operations resume on Friday, and for more information on the web, you can check gswa.guam.gov or contact the Guam Solid Waste Authority's customer service line. Well, in positive news, CBS is out with its brand new fall primetime lineup to 27 TV season featuring some big names and bigger than life storylines.
Debuting on Tuesday nights is NCIS New York. The newest show from the NCIS franchise follows senior Special Agent Sam Hanna, played by LL Cool J, as he returns to his hometown, New York City, and partners with a roguish special agent. On Thursday's primetime lineup, there's Cupertino. The drama follows a lawyer cheated out of his stock options by his former Silicon Valley tech startup employer, paving the way for a David and Goliath legal battle.
If you sue, you won't get a job anywhere.
Einstein, a 2026-27 mid-season series, stars Matthew Gray Gubler as Louis Einstein, the brilliant but directionless great-grandson of Albert Einstein. He's a tenured professor whose reckless antics land him in trouble with the law.
Professor Einstein, I don't care who your great-grandfather was. Your so-called experiments may demonstrate brilliance.
Shabbat Shalom!
And on Thursdays, from the executive producers of Ghosts comes Eternally Yours.
Hi.
What the?
Max? These are my parents.
Her human boyfriend unexpectedly enters their lives, forcing the immortal parents to confront whether their love can survive forever. Gwen Baumgartner, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Now for a look at your world at home.
When you're up in the hills of Barragata Heights, you can see really, really far. So here's an amazing perspective from the heights.
GU Self Storage, located in Harmon next to McDonald's, offers a variety of storage units. With rates starting as low as $95 per month, we offer complimentary use of dollies, push carts, Klein's hand trucks, and pallet jack, with a fully covered loading and unloading areas and ADA accessible units. We offer 24-hour CCTV surveillance monitoring, alarm, and individual PIN-coded gate and door access, because your safety is our priority. GU Self Storage, voted Pika's Best in 2024. Call 671-648-7867 today.
At GTA, everyone gets our best deals.
So my Niao's Primos Paris is your mom's second cousin's cousin through marriage.
Wow, we're basically like family.
So can I get the deal?
Of course, everyone gets our best deals.
My nana said to tell you she went to church with your auntie.
You look just like my friend's nephew's babysitter. Small island, right?
Everyone gets $400 off when you sign up for a Live Unlimited plan.
Bring it in, cuz.
Even if we're not related.
From sauce to dust to nuggets. Diablo dusted crispy chicken nuggets. No, they don't come in mild. That would make like 0 sense with the name. Or the whole explosion thing we just did. New Diablo Dusted Crispy Chicken Nuggets. A brand new classic. Only at Taco Bell.
Tonight's sports feature is brought to you by Cars Plus.
Okay, I just happen to be over here in Thailand. Who are you guys? Athletics, it's an extension of the classroom. And so that's what we bring out here. These ladies here in any other school, they're going to be leaders someday. Who knows? Maybe I'm the president of the United States, right? You got to reach those goals. You got to have goals. You got to reach for the stars. And so we just manage the discipline and the ability to manage them where they're able to time manage and also learn to study and build their character along the way and be honest with themselves and know their abilities and just have a great time.
The way we stay locked in is just practice. Our coaches asked us what practice days we want, and we said Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we show up on those days fully locked in. And that also just comes with camaraderie. We just stay together as a team, stay locked in, and focus on our one goal, which is just to play the sport and have fun as much as possible.
Okay, are you guys changing anything about the way you train, the way you prepare, the way you communicate here, like prior to the trip, or is it just like, we know what got us here, this is us, let's keep doing that?
Well, we do change some things is because our lineup and our roster has changed, but other than that, we just keep the same mentality of going out and having fun in the sport that we love.
This is the first time we're actually going to get this opportunity to meet with the Tokyo International University and one of the local Japanese high schools. So bringing that Hafade spirit to them and showing them and that we're very appreciative, that's our utmost importance for us coaches.
And you guys have pins, right?
Yes, we have pins. We'd like to thank GVB, Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio for being able to help us out with that, secure the Guam pins, the shell necklaces, and we have some Chamorro chip cookies and some GVB lanyards as well. So thank you all, thank you all for the support.
We're really thankful for the opportunity, and we're so blessed to have it. And yeah, we want to make sure that we can represent Guam best as we can, because with the opportunity that we have. And we're just excited to play and learn from the girls in Japan.
When we see each other like dwelling on our mistakes, we just pick each other up and it like spreads around throughout the whole team. So it helps everyone keep up their energy and their confidence to keep playing.
And it seems like you guys are not just, the real essence of team, because it's not just one of us, it's all 9 of us, right? Yes. And everybody in the dugout too, but you guys are really a family.
Yes.
Yeah. How close are you guys?
Yes, very close, sir. Absolutely so close. I know where each of these girls live. Okay.
Stay classy, stay humble, and understand that being in pressure is such a privilege, because a lot of girls in their 4 years would never experience that kind of pressure. So always be privileged that we're in that type of pressure situation, and be in the moment. And no matter what the outcome is, whether we win or we lose, it's the character of it all. How hard you want to put it all, lay it out on the field. And at the end of the day, you can live.
They're really, really good teams, and we're just very grateful to put ourselves out there and to train with them. We know we're going to learn a lot from them, so yeah.
I think the girls are approaching it. Well, we're fortunate, right, to play in spring break. They're not having to miss school, but anytime we go out there, they know it's business. They know they're taking away good foundation and discipline that the Japanese teams always have. So we're just excited for the opportunity.
Have a good trip. We're really proud of you guys. Represent. Have great games.
Thank you so much. Yay.
Good luck going after our fans. We have a 100th meal at McDonald's.
You mean the Saja Boys breakfast meal?
Ours has Ramyun McShaker fries.
Ours has hash browns.
Hash browns.
Zoe!
It's a battle for the fans.
We love you! What?
Now at McDonald's. Pick a meal
to pick a side. Don't fight. Kiss.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Freedom, that's a cheap thing. Freedom to ignore this, that's a cheap thing. Sacrificing facial hair to nature and involuntary blood donations, cheap things. No one signs up for an 800-pound bear chase. But if it happens, cheap thing. VIP parking, exfoliating, treating gravity like a suggestion, saying, it'll dry. Free-range parenting, forgetting if that's a moose or an elk, all cheap things. Remembering without saying it, couldn't be more of a cheap thing. Sweating your tail off, freezing your tail off, an American saving another American's tail. Cheap things. Making a cheap vehicle for only people with cash like him? Not a cheap thing. Or confusing capability with unaffordability? No, not a cheap thing. Making adventure affordable? Now that's a cheap thing. So we're bringing you more cheap things this year, because cheap things should be everyone's thing.
Now it pays to spread the Better Together experience. With our brand new referral program, you can earn up to $150 in account credits for every referral you bring in. That's right, family, neighbors, friends, even your coworkers. Just pass them your account name and account number. When they sign up for Docomo Pacific service and drop your info, cha-ching! Credit apply. So spread the word and start stacking those savings. Additional conditions may apply. Docomo Pacific, we're better together.
News Bites is brought to you by Docomo Pacific Better Together, Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas.
Okay, everybody, looking a little bit down the road when the storm has finally passed, we have Pet Fest coming up, and everybody, it is the fun run, and make sure to check it out because Pet Fest is coming up, everybody. It is a absolutely wonderful time, and make sure to register for the Saturday, May 2nd event. It is free. You are going to help put on an amazing show for you and your dogs and cats. Can't wait for that when things get a little bit more normal. All right, fair has been postponed, everybody. The Pacific Hotel and Restaurant Association Annual Expo has been postponed out of an abundance of safety. We got to make sure we got to take care of our staffers, our hotel staff, and our guests and everything. We will let you know when it is back on. And once again, please stay safe, Guam. That is job number one, of course, and nobody knows it better than our hospitality staff. And the Guam Women's Chamber of Commerce ladies are still planning their golf party. This is next week, next Saturday. This is happening. It's going to be down at Country Club at the Pacific down in beautiful Talafofo, and there's a reason why we call it God's Country because it is gorgeous down there. So please make sure to register, and we will see you on the links. Now, here are your birthday shout-outs for tonight.
Happy birthday to John Pangilinan coming from your family and friends. Gina Bomber Artero has a birthday today, and Viva birthday to Gina. Hope all of your birthday wishes come true. And Zita Sanagazine, happy birthday, blessings to you. Love, your familia. And also, happy birthday to the beautiful Leanne Mendiola. May your day be filled with love, laughter, and everything as beautiful as you. Cheers to celebrating you, Leanne. Want to wish your special someone a happy birthday? Just click the QR code here on your screen or email birthdayclub@kuam.com.
And remember, everybody, if you'd like to recap anything we did, make sure to check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/KUAM News or KUAM.com on the World Wide Web. Please continue to pray for our friends up in Saipan and Tinian. I'm Jason Salas. We'll see you next time.